Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Minetopia. This is episode 3 and today we are going to tackle a big problem that we've been having on the server. And that problem is a diamond problem. Now this may seem like a lot of diamonds, but trust me, this goes very fast. With the amount of stuff that I'm going to be needing for the base and our farms and everything like that, these get spent very quickly. So we need to start making some of those before we can start spending some of those. And as we talked about last episode, that's going to come in the form of some flower farming, some wool farming, and I thought we'd do some glass farming too. So, you know, we're going to do the World of Color out in the shopping district. And you're probably wondering why I'm going down into my mine if we're talking about flower farming. Well, let me explain. Last episode I showed that I was breeding up some sheep out there in the flower farm, and then it occurred to me that the sheep farm isn't going to be active unless I'm near it, and that area over there is not loaded. So if I want this thing to continuously pump out wool, then it's going to need to be somewhere nearby. So what I want to do is down here in my strip mine, on these areas that I've already mined out, I want to clear this whole area out, and this is going to become my industrial park. This is where all the farms get to go to live, and I can just make it as ugly as I want down here, and they can just be functional. Like, this whole area is just going to be function. There's not going to be much form to it. It's just going to be function. And that's really exciting for me, because one of the biggest sticking points to making any kind of large industrial farm is making it pretty. Because you get these really big, complex machines and stuff, and then you got to figure out what to do about making it pretty. But if you don't have to worry about making it pretty, then you can make them as big as you want. I mean, you can go massive with these things, and it doesn't matter, because they could just sit there and just do their thing and be productive. So the first farm we're going to put down here is our sheep farm. And I searched probably 30 minutes around my base area. There are not very many sheep in a giant taiga, let me tell you. So, but I did manage to find 2. And I threw a couple leads on them, drug them all the way down here, and I've been breeding them up. And I think I probably have a couple more than I need already. So I'm just going to leave these as is, and if I need more, I will breed up a couple more. But this is where our sheep farm is going to live. I think we're going to put it right along this wall here. And then down here somewhere, we're going to have a super smelter and probably a few other things. But the flower farm is going to be out in the flower biome, so we can get loads and loads of flowers of all different types out there. And I've got a design that I'm going to use, and I'm going to be following a tutorial on it. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of building on it on camera. I'm going to link to the tutorial that I'm following though, so you guys can go watch that and follow along and figure out how to build it. But first things I need to do is start gathering up some stuff, and then we're going to head over there and start building this thing up. Ah, the flower forest. It's beautiful colors, vibrant wildlife, wonderful views. There's nothing quite better. Let's rip all this out and make room for our farm. And I have part of the machine built up. Get the shifting platform part at least. And this took longer than I expected, not because it's particularly hard, but apparently I can't count today. I've had to redo this bottom section 3 times because I've had it oriented wrong, and then I put it right, and then I thought that was wrong, so then I moved it back, and it turned out that was wrong, so I had to move it back to where it was to begin with. So, but yeah. But this should start shifting the grass. Basically what we're going to have is a dispenser under here, dispensing bone meal, and each time that shifts, it's just going to break off all the flowers and everything that grow on top of that. And then there's going to be a water stream in the back that we're going to unleash. That's going to scoot all the stuff forward into hoppers, and then I'm going to build up an item sorter for all the flowers to go into, and then a composter for all the seeds. So that's what I've got left to do. So I'm going to get busy on that, get that done, because we got a whole lot of things to do this episode. So I need to get this done so we can get busy on something else. Seriously, never thought that a flower forest could look so beautifully industrial. Look at this. So I started with the one module thinking, oh, I'll just have this bone meal and then I'll just get all the flowers from here and it'd be great. And completely forgetting the fact that in a flower forest, the flowers grow in specific areas of the forest. It's like a pattern that they grow in. So to catch all I wanted specifically was looking for the tulips, because this is the only place you can get those, and I want to be able to sell those. To catch all those, I had to dot my little modules in 3 different areas, and then I put one general flower growing one. This is like my dye maker right here, because it gets me all the flowers that grow in the plains. So these are all done, and I've run these for, I mean, not even a minute, maybe 2 minutes each, because man, they kind of lag things out something fierce. So I'll have to run these when nobody else is on, just so I can be a good neighbor here. But I mean, they produce a ton of flowers in a very, very short span of time. So I'm quite happy with that. And you see over here, I got my oranges and my reds. And then we have these right here. These give me light gray dye, which is nice because I don't have to waste any black or white dye on light gray. I got some more red ones over here and some white tulips, I believe, from this one. I don't see any in here at the moment. No, this is just red and allium, which is also another one that only grows out here. And then over here is where the white one is. And I thought I was going to get lily of the valley in here because there was a ton of lily of the valleys growing in this area. But I'm guessing that they don't respond to bone meal. So I may have to look that up and see if there's a specific biome that they grow in, because I'd love to get some of those too, because not only are they, you know, it's a unique flower, but they produce white dye, so I don't have to waste bone meal making white dye. But yeah, I got my pinks and my whites over here, along with some oxeye daisies, which all, again, make light gray. I mean, all the weird ones make light gray. Hey, Mr. Enderman, how you doing today? And then over here, you know, you got your daffodils, your poppies, and dandelions, and all this fun stuff over here. So that gives me just kind of the basic colors that I can turn into all the dye colors. And then I have my cocoa bean thing here. I'm going to tear this down because I want to do an automated version back at the base. Probably put down there in the basement with the other farms. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And now we also need to go finish up the sheep farm. And then I also need to build a cactus farm because I need green dye. So I've got like 3 more farms to build up real quick. And then we can get started building on our shop. And instead of me just popping in, popping out, saying I've built this farm, and now I've built this farm, and now I've built this farm, I think it'd be better off if we did this in the form of a montage. So let's hit it. need to interrupt this time lapse because T-Dot sent me a message saying he's got an offer for me. So I'm going to head out and see what that's all about.
Okay, so do you want me to bob over to your place?
Yeah, pop over here and then head down to my basement. We can make a, literally an underground deal here.
Yep, that's fine with me.
So that's where I'm trying to get my industrial zone is down at Y11.
Y11?
Yeah, it's literally a basement, like a dungeon. It just kind of happened, and I'm rolling with it because I'm kind of liking the fact that it's way down deep underground, and I don't have to make anything pretty. I can just make things big and functional. It like really like frees you up. It makes you feel like you can do anything.
Well, you don't have to worry about the exterior, just the interior.
Yeah, you just have to worry about the function of the machine. It can be as ugly as you want because down here nobody's ever going to see it. It's great.
This is the most painful staircase I've probably ever walked down, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm
just hitting my head the entire way.
There are improvements coming, don't worry.
I was gonna say, do you want to also show me your flower farm? Seems though that's the reason why I'm here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a field trip though, if you want to follow me.
Yeah, I shall follow you. And hit my head along the way.
Well, this you can actually
you can run up it quite easily.
Yeah, you can zoom up it real quick. It's just coming down. It's the coming down part that's a chore. But yeah, these are my flower modules, and I built this one first, thinking, all right, well, this is going to get me the flower, forest flowers. And I totally forgot that the flowers in the flower forest grow in a pattern, and depending on where you're at in the forest, changes what flowers you're going to get. So I had to build a bunch of modules in different spots so I could get all the flowers that I wanted to get. But I don't know, if you want, you might want to turn your system sounds down because it gets.
It's not too loud for me.
It just goes.
I'll just take a step back from it.
And then you just click that and it pushes everything forward. And
that is a very, very fancy system.
Yeah, and then that one over there is in a prairie, I think it is, or whatever this place is called, plains, and that just gives you all the plains flowers, which is like these are the dye flowers. Like these are going to be my workhorse flowers. Those are going to be the decorative ones that I'm going to sell out there because people might want decorative flowers or whatever. But you can't have a shop that's all about colors without having colorful flowers for sale. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people in here are builders, so we'll want flowers.
Yeah, you want all the. And your bees need flowers. You got to take care of the bees, keep them happy, and all that.
Yeah, definitely. I've got a very random question. I'm looking at your shield, and it's very shiny. I didn't know you could enchant shields.
Yeah, you can put unbreaking and mending on them. Those are the only two that since I don't know.
Is it 1.16 or?
No, it was before. That was at least 1.15. I think 1.14 even.
Okay, so you've got all this going on. And do you have a shop plan yet?
I do have a shop plan. Once I get the last 2 farms built up, I'll start building it up. I'm letting the wool stockpiles build up because I just finished that up today. So
you've got your design completely.
It's in my head.
Okay, so we've got these going on here.
If you fall in there, you're kind of stuck. You're part of my farm forever.
And then the one missing piece of your puzzle is the black dye.
Yeah, it's kind of missing, kind of not, because I don't know if you've seen the river out in front of my base there.
Oh, I'm out there. Manual labor.
It is true. It is manual labor. There's like 500 squid that spawn out there. I've never seen anything like it before. The spawn rate is just stupid. It's annoying when you're trying to fish because you just end up catching a bunch of squid. So what's your proposal here?
Well, I was thinking because what was you originally offered just for one shulker box?
I think it was 4 billion rotten flesh, but I was thinking, well, if I get the shulker box, if I get to keep the box, I could do 15 diamonds a box.
Okay.
So that's 10 for the ink, which you obviously have in spades, plus 5 for the box. Because they're going rate around town is 4, a little bit extra for you, just to for your trouble.
Okay, so this is what I think. Potentially, I can be your dealer of sorts of ink.
Right.
And have a constant flow towards you. Either we can do it with deliveries, and I give you a delivery X amount of times per week, or maybe we could do some form of partnership. And I could potentially help you out building your shop, maybe making it a bit more fancy.
What are you saying? It's gonna be fancy. What are you trying to say? I don't know if I like where this is going, man.
Well, if you want some help with it, this is what my proposal is. If you want some help building it, and I'm not asking for any cut from what you've done here, because obviously you've put quite a lot of work in, and it's going to be your first shop.
You weren't going to get any anyways.
Yeah, I know. Well, the thing is, I don't need it. Like, as you're quite aware, I am pretty much the richest person on here currently.
Yeah,
we know. I don't need the diamonds.
We all know. Trust me.
So I'm going to help you out, and I'll supply you the ink. And I kind of just want some form of direction towards my shop. Just as like a thank you. You can keep all the profit, and I'll supply you at least one stack.
To your bookshop or your new shop?
Okay.
The secret new shop you got going on.
Let's just say both. If that's
so, you want me
kind
to
of like
put
a partnership.
So basically, you want some advertisement for your stuff in my stuff, and then you want. So I'm a NASCAR billboard right now. So I'm going to put some sponsorship stickers on the side of the building.
You're getting paid for it.
I'm okay with that. I mean, I can sticker up my shop. It's cool. Get some maps done. I don't mind tossing them around the shop if you're tossing me some black ink. I was thinking like a shulker box to get started, but if you got double chest work, you get look at you. Oh yeah, perfect.
Yep, I already had that prepared.
Ba-boom. Yep, not a problem. I can find some spots for your signs, and I definitely will find a spot for these ink sacks. So I think we got ourselves a deal.
Okay,
sounds good to me.
Don't know how we're going to shake on it. You've already took the box, so I guess that's already a deal. Deal taken.
Well, that was good fun hanging out with T-Dot. Got a lot done, and I got myself a whole shulker box full of ink sacks with more to come. And there was a lot more to that conversation than what you just saw, but that will all be revealed in the future. So stick around for that. We got some business ideas, but they're just not quite ready yet. So stick around. Trust me, it's going to be huge. But yeah, I need to get back to work. I still have 2 more farms to build, and then a whole shop to build, and then a shop to fill before the end of this episode. So let's fire up that time-lapse machine again and get this thing finished up. Okay, and that is farm number 3 done today. And here's my cocoa bean farm. I had to put some glass over the top of the logs because I was getting cocoa beans stuck up on top of the logs when I harvested this. So that keeps that from happening. And I've harvested 3 times already. And this is what we've got from those 3 harvests and replantings. It takes about 1.5 stacks to replant, and I'm getting about 4 stacks per harvest. So that's not a bad return. So there's that, and our cactus farm has just been churning away. You can see we've gotten all this just in the time it's taken me to build this. So that's cruising. So I'm happy with that, and our sheep have been getting sheared like crazy this whole time, and we've got, you know, a few stacks of wool already from them. I may need to do a second batch of these modules, just depending on, I might wait and stock up the shop and see which colors sell the most, and then do a few extra modules of those. But what we need to do next is I need to pop over to the shopping district and grab some iron, because I need a whole bunch of hoppers, because I need to build a super smelter to go down here so I can cook up all that cactus, turn it into cactus green. So that's what I'm going to head out and do now. I'll meet you guys out there. And now we're in the shopping district. I'm heading over here to the Ferris Foundry. Okay, so what do we got? Dude, hi, man, we've increased prices. What? I don't like the sound of that. But they do have a special offer where you buy 2, you get the 3rd free. Alright, so let's see. This hurts, man. This hurts. This hurts. So you guys seen remember my single player world where I'm just like, I'm asking, how do I get rid of all this iron? And here I am spending diamonds on iron. And I just need to throw some fuel in this guy right here. And then I'm going to send him on his way and see. Hopefully he's distributing coal to all these furnaces here. It's going to take a little bit to get around. And it looks like we are. Alright. So that's 64 furnaces. There's 2 banks of 32. 64 in total, and each side has its own minecart to go up with it. So I can only run half of them at a time if I wanted to, or I can split the items in half and do both. I figured that made the most sense. It just seemed the easiest way. Instead of having one cart going all the way around, I could double up the amount of stuff that I could smelt by having 2 carts. So let's go grab some cactus. Alright, so I'm just going to flip you, both go running off, and all of us light up, except for one. Why are you not lighting up? Oh, that's why. Alright. Cool, let's go check these guys. And we're already, yep, there he goes. Just flying in. Perfect. So this is good. This is really good. How much fuel have we delivered, and how much fuel do we have left in that cart? Anyways, let's turn this off so we can see. I still got quite a bit. All right, so I'm gonna let that run, and I'm gonna get this stuff smelted up, and then we're gonna head out to the shopping district and find ourselves a spot for our shop, and that's probably going to be the last thing we do in this episode. I know. I said we were going to build the shop this episode, but let me tell you, I have probably close to 7 or 8 hours worth of footage just for this, from today alone. I built all these farms in one day. So I have a ton of footage to go through, and I have to boil it down to about a 20-minute episode. So if I start building a building on top of all of that, then it's just going to get really, really crowded. So we'll do that next episode, and we'll put a lot of effort into it and get it real nice and pretty and be able to stock it up by the end of the episode. And so, but for now, I want to get out there and find us a spot. Alright, we're heading out to the shopping district so I can show you guys what I've got laid out there. But first, we need to have a look at this finally. Let's see what this book has to say. Hello, fellow Minetopian. This here is an invitation to join the hardcore challenge that myself, T-Dot, and Linksy have organized. You can find more information about the challenge at the Red Heart in the shopping district. All right. We will have to visit that and see what that's all about. And I actually really like this. I'm tempted to keep this around. I think it works well with the portal. Right next to the hardcore challenge, in our nice colorful grid pattern laid out here, I've got a 10 by, I believe, 18 area set up, because that way I can set up a bank of 16 chests along the back here, and then 8 chests on either side. So if we double those up, that's another 16, that's another 16, because all the colors come in quantities of 16. So that should give us a nice even layout there. And then we could put some flower barrels around in here with some like flower pots on top showing what's inside the barrels. And I think it's going to look really nice. But I've got a lot of work ahead of me to gather up what we need to get this done and continue farming up all the stuff that we need to get started selling. And I've got a sign here. It says, "Coming soon, the world of color." So hopefully everybody knows about that, and they're all getting excited about it so they can come spend all their diamonds at my store. All their diamonds. You hear me? All their diamonds. You guys, spend all your diamonds at my store. Because I'm very broke right now. I'm a very broke Minetopian. So let's see what this has to say. Have fun. Oh, we got to go back to the beginning here. Welcome to the Minetopia hardcore event. This is going to be a server-wide event where the last person to survive wins the grand prize, which is next to you. I like the sound of that. Grand prizes are nice. This includes diamonds. I like the sound of that. And elytra and much more. Okay, this is going to be a PvP event. I've never PvP'd in Minecraft before. I have no idea how that would go. So if you don't want to get killed, you don't have to enter. We have a set of rules. Okay, no griefing. Do not destroy anyone's base. Alright, can do. That sounds good. I like that. No lava. This prevent losing items. I like that. When you kill a player, return all their items. Okay. Any death counts as you getting knocked out. So that's by mob, drowning, I guess, like falling, like any death at all whatsoever. Alright, so you just can't die while you're in this. That might be a problem, but, you know, we see what we can do. We're getting a little better geared up. TNT is allowed, but not near or in anyone's base. Okay. No teaming. Alright, so it's going to be 1v1. There's no teaming up or anything like that. No coalitions of any sort. And number 7, have fun. Alright. So it costs 1 diamond block to enter. I can't afford this challenge. Not yet. We got to get our shop open first, and then we can figure out if we want to do this or not. This is really cool. Check this out. I mean, he's got like a gallows. Got the hanging man right there. This is really cool. But yeah, we need to start making some money before we spend that kind of money. So hopefully this can start making us, you know, something. I don't expect us to make, you know, become the richest Minetopian out here, but at least slightly more self-sufficient to, you know, help me pay for my iron habit that I have. So I think that's probably going to do it for today. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, see you guys later. Bye-bye.